What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hike Life once again. Let's go ahead and get that intro out of the way. All right, so now we've gone through the backpack. Let's slow down just a little bit. I was talking very fast in the backpacking video of what's in my bag because I have a lot of items. Now I want to go into each and individual item so that way you know what I'm carrying on the trail. Now this is my winter setup. It is about 35 pounds. And then, of course, a lot of that is food. That's fully out the door. 35 pounds of food, water, and bourbon, and fuel. So let's start off with my cook kit. This is my cook kit slash fire kit. I keep the fire stuff in one bag, and I keep it all in the Summit. These are the Sea to Summit Cordona stuff sacks. But let's go ahead and start with what's in my fire kit. So when I'm out on the trail, I like to make sure that I have a fire. So one of the things that I'll do is I'll bring a bunch of different ways to make fire. I just keep it in a little Ziploc bag. I keep it separate from my pot, my cooking pot, because it all stinks. It's all fuel of some kind, so it doesn't smell good. Now, what I'll normally do is the easiest fuel that you can get is throwing some cotton balls with Vaseline in a little Ziploc bag. And these things work great. They work great for chapping. So if you have chapped lips, if you're just getting some like wind burn on your face, you can put this on there to block some of that wind burn. So it works as an ointment as well as a fire starter. Petroleum jelly is just a miracle item to have. So I just throw a couple of these cotton balls in the bag to start fires mostly, but I'll use them for other things as well. So that's number one. And then I've got some dry paper. This is just this is just regular dry paper that's flammable, has a waxy coating on it. So it's very flammable, so I keep that in there. It's very lightweight. Then I'll throw a couple Esbit cubes in. I've got two, in this case, two Esbit cubes. This can be used to boil water or to start a fire. I use these mostly for cooking backups because I bring mountain houses. So sometimes it's too cold for your fuel canister to work. So I'm using this fuel canister here. So I want to make sure that I have a backup way to make fire. Now, of course, I can use items from the woods, but sometimes that becomes difficult. So I just want to make sure I have at least 3 ways to make fire. And I do have, I think, two wet fire cubes in here as well. These are a little older. I don't use them often, but they will start a fire in almost any condition. So they're a good helpful thing. Then with that, I do keep a small lighter. You know, old trusty Bic. And I keep a little bit of fishing line and a 2 fishing hooks in there as well. That is, I guess, in case I get stranded and I need something. Then with the stove, I am using the BRS mini stove. This goes onto the titanium steel. We're getting to the titanium steel. We haven't got there yet. It is actually a titanium stove, but it goes onto the BRS stove and it works wonderful. There you go. With just a small little lightweight stove, this thing works great. I mean, I don't think I would count on it for like a long-term use, but for a 4-nighter, bingo. It just goes on like that, and then you put your titanium pot, which I happen to have here. I believe this is the Toques, but now I've got on Amazon today, and there are all kinds of these things. This is the 700 milliliter Toques. As you can see, I do actually use it over a fire sometimes. So that's that. It also comes with a lid. So if I wanted to boil water over the fire, I won't get ashes inside. Or if you're cooking something like ramen inside of it, then it actually traps the heat in, especially on a cold weather occasion. And then I use these little things called hot lips.
I love
Those
you.
go on the outside of the cup. So that way you don't have to touch mouth to titanium. Ooh, I can't wait to have some. It smells a little bourbony in there. Woof. So that is basically my fire kit. Fire slash cook kit, and of course I have a titanium spork that I'll use. I use the long handle ones because on this trip I am going through mountain houses, so I'll need just a little bit of a longer reach to get down in the corner of those bags so I can get all that nutrients in. And then that's it. That is all that I carry for my fire kit, for my cook kit. That's it. So you've seen that. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, in the next video I will be going over my water purification and water carry. So tune in for that next.